Hi, Michael Britt here from the Psych Files podcast. I recently spent a good deal of time putting together a video using the green screen technique, and my goal was to spend as little money as possible, so I wanted to share with you how I was able to do that for around 120 bucks, and the result, actually not bad. So first, I highly recommend going to the Izzy Video website. That's www.izzvideo.com. The show is hosted by Israel Hyman, and he has a great how-to video on green screening. So if you're into video, Izzy's the guy. Think about becoming a subscriber to his site. It's really worth it. I am. Okay, now Izzy uses some pretty high-end equipment in his how-to video, but I wanted to see how it would turn out if I used the least expensive equipment. And unfortunately, the fact is you really can't do it too quick and dirty. You just won't get a good result out of it. It takes a lot of attention to detail to get it right. So, still, I was able to do it pretty cheaply. Now, I'm recording this video using a program called Video Q. I won't go into great detail, but I'll show you a little bit about how Video Q works. It's a pretty neat little program. Now, first, I tried to do a green, or in my case, blue screen. Doesn't matter what color. With as little effort as possible, as I mentioned, so I set up my computer simply on the dining room table. Now, I happen to have this 6 by 6 foot blue screen around the house. Somebody gave it to me a while back, so I got lucky there. Because you can't do this with just about any green or blue sheet. You got to get these special green screen materials. So you can go to Marker Tech, that's what I did, and they're pretty inexpensive. About 18 bucks you can get for a square yard. And Marker Tech is a great place to go, so I highly recommend it. Okay, so to hang the green screen, I found a room divider down in the basement. So I brought that up, draped the screen on it, used clamps. Clamps are pretty cheap. Got those at Home Depot for $2 each. Threw it all together, try and do a quick and dirty recording. Now, there are a lot of video editing programs, as you know, like Final Cut Pro that have chroma key tools. However, Video Q is a program that makes green screening pretty easy. Now here's a screenshot of the Video Q interface. You just you type into Video Q what you want to say, you click on the chroma key button and indicate which color, in my case blue, you want to key out. And then you start recording. Okay, so it's pretty easy. I decided to use this to do the video. So here's the result. I did this recording using just what I said, using room lights, and as you can see, the result is terrible. I tried to key out the blue screen behind me, replace it with a still shot of a newsroom. You can hardly tell it's a newsroom. There's all kinds of moving spots. There's a clear outline around me. So the folding divider was not going to work. So went to the store, got myself some clothing racks, about 20 bucks each. Came back, draped the blue screen over the clothing racks, pulled the screen tight, attached the clamps, tried again. Results, again, horrible, as you can see. So I'm just using regular room lights, though. That's the problem, and some desk lamps. So the next step, though, was to get the blue screen as flat as possible. So as you can see in this photo, the blue screen was pretty darn wrinkled. So out came the iron, and after about an hour of ironing it, I put the blue screen back up, and as you can see, now it's nice and smooth. Now I also purchased a white umbrella from Marker Tech to try to diffuse the light from the desk lamps, but that didn't work. But I'm going to keep that around. It's only 20 bucks. So as you can see, it got a little bit better here, still not so good, and now I really realized I was going to have to do something about the lights. So the guy at Marker Tech suggested I buy a couple of work lamps from Home Depot, only 12 bucks each. So I finally decided that I needed to get some change of clothing, so I went to Goodwill, bought a jacket for 10 bucks, threw in a light red shirt. The final ingredient, though, was to not use the built-in iSight camera in my MacBook Pro. As Izzy pointed out in his how-to video, you really need a camera capable of capturing good colors. So I switched to my Sony DV camera. Bought it a couple years ago for around 100 bucks, but today you can get a good DV camera for about half that much. So the camera is sitting on top of a box and some books behind the MacBook Pro, and it's pointing straight at me. So I attached the work lights to a couple of microphone stands using clamps there. And now I had all the ingredients. So here's a little layout of what I did. A really flat blue screen, or green. 2 powerful lights shining on the screen, one from each side. And 2 soft desk lights shining on me. Again, one from each side. So you really do need to light yourself separately from the screen. And of course the light clothing. So here's the result. All right, so not bad. Now you can check out the full video, which is only about a minute long, on my YouTube channel. It's called Skew, How to Memorize Negative and Positively Skewed Distributions. It's a video explaining statistical distributions, but I tried to use the green screen technique to add a little offbeat approach to it, and I think it came out pretty well. Not bad. So that's it. Many hours I went into the attempt to do something quick and dirty. In the end, pretty acceptable. $120. Not bad. Now I can get back to doing the video. So, hope this was helpful. Feel free to check out my audio and video podcast at The Psych Files, www.thepsychfiles.com. All right, thanks a lot.